What's up, everybody? It is Monday afternoon, and we're getting ready to dive into a little bit of NHL type research. We can do this for NBA, we can do it for whatever. But today, what I want to do is I want to treat you like you are brand new, show you kind of how I do my research in hopes that I'm teaching a man to fish and not, I don't like making people completely dependent upon me. Why do I share the information that I share? In hopes that you can take it, learn from it, expand on it, and make it your own. That's the whole idea. That's my whole coaching process inside DFSArmy.com. That's what I want everybody to be able to do. And it doesn't work if everybody always clings to somebody and says, feed me your picks, feed me your picks. That's lazy. It's lazy. You got to get past, you got to take some pride in what you do and really and truly fire up those competitive juices and say, I know that guy's quote unquote a coach or that guy's quote unquote an expert, but I'm going to kick his ass. I'm going to take his numbers, take the process that he cut all of the research down for me, and I'm going to save that time and put in an extra hour or two that he can't put in and kick his ass because I'm going to find an even greater edge. That's the way you should be thinking about this sort of, not, man, your picks didn't work last night. You suck. It doesn't work that way. Okay, so follow me, dfsarmy.com. Jump in down there at the bottom of the comment section. Become a VIP today. Use the coupon code CHOP. You know the whole drill. 20% off. Click like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. You know how to find me. You know everywhere to go. I'm just going to tell you, I'm teaching people to wear Army helmets, and on those leaderboards, we're coming for you because that's what we do inside dfsarmy.com. What would I do if I was brand new to NHL? Well, first thing I would do is I would go to NHL, the NHL tab in DFS Army, and I would click open one of the game break type articles. Nothing against, Flynn or MDL or any of the other guys. They do great positional breakdowns and stuff, but I would start here. Why? Because this is why I include these types of charts. Is so you can really quickly, at a glance, get this baby figured out and know where your targets are. What games can I focus on and what games can I ignore? Too many of you are so focused on being contrarian because you've read these articles that say, ooh, contrarian wins, that you start thinking, okay, well, the good stuff I can't play. I need to focus on the shitty stuff because that might go off once in a while. And man, backwards. Use your common sense. There's a reason why you don't step out in the street when traffic is coming. Use your damn common sense. What you're looking for is you want to play in the games that are supposed to be the most successful. They're supposed to produce the most fantasy points. And then try to be a little bit different in how you do that. I'm not going to automatically go into, some matchup like, give me a really, really low, crappy score. Well, Ottawa's a crappy score tonight. I can actually make some logic for them being Brian Elliott's the backup goalie in Philadelphia. But Minnesota or, Edmonton, a lot of people like Edmonton today. There's a lot. There's really Columbus, New York Islanders. There's some crap on this slate. There really is. But really and truly, what this matchup score tells you, it takes the goals for and the goals against, adds them up. Um, the away team up here versus the home team adds up 28 and 43, adds up, believe it or not, to 71. And that puts Arizona in a phenomenal spot tonight. And up here with Philadelphia, 74, puts them in a phenomenal spot when compared to everybody else. You've got, this score tells you the best scoring offense going up against the team giving up the most goals right now. So it's going to try to find who is scoring the most and who's giving up the most goals, and the best combination of those two numbers produces the highest matchup score. In theory, that should tell you where your targets are. Philadelphia, Arizona, I'm not real high on Arizona. That's where you got to use your damn common sense. But I'm not real high. I'm a little high on them. I think that they have a good shot at doing well. But damned if I know who's going to do it inside that offense of a bunch of basically turd traps. I just don't know. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to look into those offenses first. I'm going to look down this list a little bit, and there's a 63. Might look at some Carolina. 59 is my next best choice. Tonight's slate sucks. I might not even play it. If that's my only options, Philadelphia is great, and then Arizona or Carolina. I can't really use Colorado because they're going up against a tougher defense. I can't really use some of the other more powerful offenses on it. Toronto and Tampa Bay both are playing good defense right now, so that's going to squash their offense some. And it gives them pretty bad matchup scores, meaning they might go off, that's fine. Two offenses meet up, it could be a shootout. But also, two good defenses meet up, and it might end up being a dud fest at 3-2. If that's the case, you don't necessarily want to be in that game unless you know who's going to do the scoring. So let's try and figure out who's going to do the scoring. We go into some kind of a research station, right? Now that we've kind of got our targets, and let's go looking up and down the list. Guess I need to click that down one more. No, that's fine. And I've got two ways to do that for you inside this page. I can scroll down and say, okay, Tampa and Toronto were a maybe. I know the 6.5 game is great, but we noticed that all of these ranks are great, but all their defenses are great too. So we're having a little bit of an issue. But when I scroll down and look at who's producing, I look at the top line here and I see red X's. So the top line, no. I see the second line down here, not much. Over a 10 game sample, it's fine. But that's why their offense is down a little bit right now. They're cooled off a little bit. So I might not be that attracted to them, being that it's already a borderline crappy matchup. I'll come over here and look at the top line. Ooh, there's a couple of green check marks there. We've got some good assists and some good shots on goal there. Maybe I key in on, well, 20 shots and 6 assists and 2 goals. Mitchell Marner might be in a good spot tonight. John Tavares might be in a good spot tonight. And then I look down here a little bit further. Only 1 assist in his last 5 games, but 21 shots on goal. That's not so great for production out of the Matthews line, So maybe I don't pay any attention to that. I'm just looking for kind of green check marks and red X's. That's what they're there for. Use them. They don't need to dig into what is it. You know what? The guy the last year, 2 years versus opponent in a penalty kills 80.72%. No, screw that. You're digging way too deep right now. If you want to go back and you've got all the time in the world to look at that, do it then. But right now, you're only looking for what offenses are set to score and who in those offenses are set to do the scoring. We can largely ignore this game based on the matchup scores. Here's one we want to look at is Philadelphia. So I scroll down here a little bit, and I see green check marks and green check marks all across the board here. So it looks like Philly 1's in a good spot. Scroll down here, and I've got some green check marks but some yellow exclamation points. So I'd probably prefer Philly 1 over Philly 2. Looking here at some of the defensive pairings, I don't really see a whole heck of a lot. So I probably wouldn't be too terribly excited about those, although I know differently. For the price, I know that Sanheim here has done pretty well, and Provorov's done pretty well because he dig even a little bit deeper and look specifically at the player in his game logs. But when I'm looking just for units, I like the Philadelphia 1 tonight. And I like, the Toronto 1 tonight. So keep scrolling. Write them down. Stop wasting time. Ooh, looks like a lot of goals for. Good ranks there. I know that the goals against here are kind of whatever, but maybe San Jose in a tournament type of scenario, since it's not like double green light, like this is all red over here and this is green, which would mean really, really good here. Really, really bad defense. Really, really bad defense means really, really good for our offense. This has got some oranges and yellows in it. So I'd look over here, maybe looking. Don't really see much. There's some players in there, I'm sure. But just based on this page, it doesn't look like it. Chicago's bad. Look at that red. Goals against. That. Well, too bad these guys aren't green over here. If this was green, we'd be excited. This is green, which means it's a tougher offense or defense right now. This is green, though. Probably not really highly focused on Chicago. Probably shouldn't be anyway. Look at the exclamation points and X's. We're looking for green checks. Choose a 5-game sample or choose a 10-game sample. Stick with it for a while. Don't run around from this coach's advice to this coach's advice to this coach's advice. I don't know how many times I could say that, but you're just chasing your damn tail. You're never going to get yourself right. You're always going to be pissed off. You're always going to be wondering why you can't win because you're always chasing and changing your system. Would you just for once sit the hell down and relax and let the good games and the bad games come to you? Why don't you let the DFS game come to you? We hear it in all sports. Sometimes the guys get so wrapped. When I played golf, it was nothing but fix this fundamental, fix that fundamental, fix this fundamental, fix that. But before you know it, I'm all fucked up in my head. I don't even know how to swing damn club anymore, hardly. I have no idea where the ball's going. What did I have to do? I had to sit back and just go back to the fundamentals. Hit the ball in the fairway, put the ball in the green, 2-putt for par, get the hell out of there. Take the 6s and 7s off the damn scorecard. More or less, I can't. If I try to press and press for birdies, I wind up making bogeys. Why is that? Because I'm all out of sorts. I'm not letting the game come to me. Basketball, same thing. If you're having trouble with your shot, go back to the fundamentals. At some point, you got to ride through the slump and just not change anything. Have confidence in your process and let the game come back to you. Then you can throttle back up. It works very well in poker. I can't keep forcing action and bluff guys when they're telling me they're not going to be bluffed and try and raise all in a spot where it's very, very obvious that the guy has good cards. I can't force it to happen. I can't win every damn pot. I have to sit back sometimes, be patient, and let the game come back to me. And then when it's time, it's like they say in the movie Roadhouse. If you've ever seen that movie, the bouncers look at Patrick Swayze and say, "Well, how will we know, when it's time not to be nice?" He goes, "I'll let you know. I want you to be nice until it's time not to be nice." That's the same with this game and anything else. It's time to just be nice in DFS until it's time to not be nice. And you'll know when that is because you'll go on a little bit of a heater and you'll start pressing it up a little bit, play a little bit more volume, a little bit, and the heater will kind of continue. And then you'll know that you're really starting to catch fire. It can go away tomorrow night, but it can also stick around for a while. And you want to catch it while it sticks around for a while. Edmonton is a ton of green check marks, but they don't have a very good matchup tonight. If you wanted to play some of those guys, go for it. The other way that I would do this when I scroll down a little bit, Carolina. Green check marks. Carolina won. These are the things that I would be focused on. And then I would go, so Carolina won, Toronto won. Who else we mentioned? Philly won. Chicago maybe. Edmonton maybe. Right? Write them down. Now, when we go into the skaters tab, I'll show you the fastest way to go picking through those offenses for some guys. You scroll all the way over here. You get the exact, say you're playing on FanDuel, get the exact last 5-game average. Last 10 if you want, that's fine too, whichever one you want to use. But once it sorts out by them, you can start scrolling down this way. If you want to look at the slate overall, you start looking at the pricing and what's out of place. $5,400 for James Van Riemsdyk, very good value play tonight. $5,300, Timo Meier, very good value play tonight. They're producing. They're in decent matchups. We mentioned Philadelphia. We mentioned San Jose, did we not? And they're up here producing with $8,000 players. Take the value. Don't get cute. Take the value. Start your lineups with those guys. Scroll down a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Nothing else massively out of place. So instead, let's target Philly. Since we're ranked on the top, last 5 games scoring, Voracek's up there. Well, he's hurt or he's being suspended, whatever. Van Riemsdyk is the top producing Philadelphia Flyer right now, and he's also one of the cheaper ones. Why wouldn't you use this guy tonight? Giroux's next. Sanheim's next. $4,400 for Sanheim. Look at all these $4,000 and $5,000 guys below him. Take him first. Come on. Common sense. Common effing sense. That's what this game is. So I've got 2 good guys in Van Riemsdyk and Sanheim. Van Riemsdyk's on the 2 and on the first power play unit. Sanheim's on the first defensive pairing, so he will overlap Van Riemsdyk some. If I wanted to, a Couturier, somebody like that would be fine as well. As Giroux would be fine with them as well. 2-1, 2-1. These 2 correlate really, really well. 1-1. All 4 of these guys correlate really well. Run a 4-stack out there for all I give a crap. They're the top producers on the team. Don't get cute and come down here and go, well, I'll take the raffle guy. 3rd line, no power play time. Dirt cheap, though, but he's not producing for crap or he'd be higher on the list. Common sense. If I went into, say, Edmonton, and then we'll do San Jose really quick. And I'm looking again, $3,800 for Russell. There's the defenseman, Chris Russell. $3,800, 3rd best producer on the team. Are you effing kidding me? Why do you think that dude's in my value or my cash game plays for my article today? I did all this work for you. It's not perfect every night. It's not going to be perfect every night. I'm going to miss a couple of plays because I'm going to like certain things better than others, but it's going to work for you quite a bit. And it cuts all your research time down. I would tell you, read through that, write my plays down, go verify them yourself. If you find something different that you like, get different than me. That's what I did when I first started this game. That was the first thing I started doing. I started reading a couple of guys regularly, get an idea, get a sense for how they pick their players, how they do their research. That's teaching me what research steps to take. Go do that research, formulate my own little process along the way, learn the game along the way, and then start formulating my own plans because I would see stuff where I'll go, oh, I bet he's going to like that guy, but here I see this. I don't know that I'm going to like that guy. I kind of like this team over here instead. Next thing you know, I'm the same. If we had 10 teams, we've got, 6 of them the same and 1 or 2 different. So what? You've got research to back it up because you're doing the same research he's doing. You just saw different numbers you liked that he didn't. San Jose, 5,300. Timo Meier, top producing Shark on the team. Why on earth would I take 7,300 down here with Brent Burns in the defensive spot over a Timo Meier tonight? Why would I do that? Because I enjoy spending and wasting $2,000 in my cap? Come on. Again, common sense. 3,900 in Sorensen. That one's a little tough. He's not getting a lot of power play. Third line skater. Might be one big game in there, being that we had a 5-game sample. Look, 9.3 in over 10 games. That's about right. Not the 14.4 he's running at. That's probably not sustainable out of a third line skater. If it was sustainable out of a third line skater, he'd be a top line skater. So that's one where I can kind of say, well, the numbers are lying to me a little bit. Now, if I want to take a gamble on him continuing to stay hot, fine. Throw him in a tournament. Fine. 4,800 in LeBanc. So Timo Meier and LeBanc are probably the two better value plays on this team. You've got Couture up top, but he's pricey. Hurdle's a little bit pricey. Heed down here. Now there's one, a second defenseman I might take instead. That wouldn't be terrible. But it's going to be better than a Pavelski right now. Or he'd be higher on the list. Look at all these cheaper guys up here. That's just two very, very common sense ways to go by. Sorting through the offenses, use those matchup scores, sort through the teams, write them down. Who do you want to target tonight? Who do you think is in a very, very good spot that you want to attack with? And then go find the players on those offenses by using the lineups page and then drilling down even deeper and looking at the actual individual players. And what you're looking for is guys that are producing very, very well for cheap, cheap prices. I just gave you the secret to DFS. You no longer need me anymore. But if you need further explanation, if you need further coaching or somebody to talk to you a little bit more about where to find these guys, how to find these guys, you get a little bit off the rails in your research process, that's what you need the coaching for. DFSArmy.com. Use coupon code CHOP, C-H-O-P. Trigger that discount, get your butts in here. Let's talk hockey or basketball or golf or baseball. Baseball's coming up. Doesn't matter what we talk because the fundamentals are the same. Find a point to attack and then find the players worth attacking with. Simple. DFS 101. Over and out. Talk to you guys tomorrow.